Welcome to another Tech Help video brought to you by AccessLearningZone.com. I'm your instructor, Richard Rost. Today I'm going to show you how to immediately refresh any calculations on your form anytime any single field is updated. Today's question comes from Brady in Kirkland, Washington, one of my silver members. Brady says, I'm using your invoicing database for my business. It's been very helpful. Thank you. You're welcome. However, whenever someone changes a quantity or a unit price, the total on the bottom doesn't update until I leave the record. This can be confusing because if someone types in 100 for the quantity and they don't think to leave the record, they look down below and see a price that isn't right. And they might quote that on the phone with the customer. How can I make it so that anytime the field is changed, the total updates? He's talking about it right here. You can see it, right? I did a little sample with my invoicing, right? I put 100 at 350. The extended price for that line is $35,000, right? But since the record's still dirty, I haven't left that record yet. The total down here in the form footer has not yet updated. So that's what I'm going to show you how to do today. Now, this will be a developer level lesson. That means if you haven't done any VBA programming before, go watch my intro to VBA video. It's about 20 minutes long. It's free, teaches you everything you need to know to get started. Today, we really only need one line of code, but it's knowing where to put that line of code that is important. Actually, we need the same line of code in two different places. It's like the Tesla and Ford story, right? Where Tesla bills Ford $10,000 for fixing one of his machines, and Ford demands it to be itemized, and he says, all right, $1 for marking the wall with a piece of chalk, and $9,999 for knowing where to put that mark, right? So we got to know where to put this line of code. And that's the important thing for today. I'll put a link to this story down below, by the way. And while you're on my website, if you want to learn how I built this invoicing database, here's a free video to watch that. And also, we're going to use the after update event, which is how we're going to fire this event. Go watch this video too. These are all free videos. They're on my YouTube channel. They're on my website. Go watch those and come on back. Okie dokie. Here I am in my Tech Help free template. This is a free database. You can get off my website if you want to. And in this database, we have customers, and customers can have orders. All right, now notice this customer's order is currently at $4,200, but I'm on the phone and I'm talking and he wants to say, oh, let's make 2,000 of these shield generators. Okay, 2,000, and I hit tab or enter, and the extended price updates to 700,000, but notice down on the bottom, it still says 4,200. That's because this calculation does not refresh until you leave the record. At that point, this record no longer becomes dirty. It gets saved to the table, and any calculations on that form then update. So what we have to do is we have to say, okay, anytime I update any of these fields on which this is dependent, we have to force the system to refresh that record, which means save it and rerun the calculations. How do we do that? We do that with an after update event on each of these fields that fires when you leave the field. All right, when you updated it and left the field. So let's go to Design View. I'm just going to slide this over here so we can see it. Let's pick one of these guys. Now watch, the first time I click on this, it clicks on the subform object. Because remember, this is a subform inside this form. So the first time you click here, it's going to select the subform. Now, click on the quantity field. All right, come over here, find the event tab, go to after update, hit the ... button. That'll bring up your code builder. Now we're in the quantity after update event. It's real simple. Me.refresh. Me is the current form that you're working on. All right, and refresh just says save the record and recalculate any calculations that need to be. All right, which is different from requery. I got a whole separate video on refresh versus requery. I'll put a link to that down below. Requery actually requeries the entire form, all of the records. But refresh is just the current record. All right, save it. I'll come back out here. Let's close this and go back into it. All right, now notice 700,000, right? Quantity is 2,000. Let's make it 5. Hit tab, and look at that. It saved the record, updated the calculation. But that's not the only place we need it because unit price can also change, right? So we need to put it in there as well. So go back to Design View. All right, click. That gets a subform. Click for the unit price. After update. ... and again, me.refresh. Okay, and yeah, you got it in a couple different places. Basically, any field in here that this guy's dependent on. Do you need to put it in product name? No, not really. I mean, you can if you want to, but you don't have to. And if you recall, When I created the invoicing video, I showed you that it was important to refresh the whole thing before printing the invoice, right? Go into the build event here. You'll see we've got a me.refresh right there because you need to refresh all of the information on this invoice, on this order, before you open up the invoice report. I talked about that in the invoicing video. Okay? So that's pretty much all you need to do. And now we can close it, save it, open it, and we're going to move. We lost our position there. We'll move it over here and hit save. Save it right where it is. All right, we'll change this to 1 at $50. And there we go. Perfect. If you like learning about this kind of stuff, I got tons and tons of different Access VBA developer lessons on my website. I'm currently up to, I think, 45 levels. So if you want to learn how to program Access and really get the most out of it, come check them out. I'll put a link there. And that's going to be your tech help video for today. I hope you learned something. Live long and prosper, my friends. I'll see you next time. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and post any comments you may have below. I do try to read and answer all of them as soon as I can. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, which is completely free. Click the bell icon and select all to receive notifications when new videos are posted. Want to learn more? Click the Show More link below the video to find additional resources and links. YouTube does a pretty good job of hiding it. It's right down there. See this part of the description here, right? The name, the video's up here. There's a little Show More down there, right down the bottom. It's kind of hard to find. But once you click on that, you'll see a list of other videos, additional information related to the current topic, free lessons, and lots more. And YouTube no longer sends out email notifications when new videos are posted like they used to do. But if you'd like to get an email every time I post a new video, click on the link to join my mailing list. And you can pick how frequently to get emails from me, either as they happen, daily, weekly, or monthly. Now, if you'd like to become a paid member of my channel and receive all kinds of awesome perks, click on the Join button. You'll see a list of all the different membership levels that are available, each with its own special perks, including my extended cut videos, access to my code vault, lots of VBA source code in there, template downloads, and lots more. I'll talk more about these perks at the end of the video. Even if you don't want to commit to becoming a paid member and you'd like to help support my work, please feel free to click on the tip jar link. Your patronage is greatly appreciated and will help keep these free videos coming. I got some puppies to feed. But don't worry, no matter what, these free tech help videos are going to keep coming. As long as you keep watching them, I'll keep making more, and they'll always be free. Now, if you really want to learn Access and you haven't tried my free Access Level 1 course, check it out now. It covers all the basics of Microsoft Access, including building forms, queries, reports, and more. It's over 4 hours long. You can find it on my website or on my YouTube channel. I'll put a link down below you can click on. And did I mention it's completely free? The whole thing, free, 4 hours. Go watch it. And okay, a lot of you have told me that you don't have time to sit through a 4-hour course. So I do now have a quicker Microsoft Access for Beginners video that covers all the basics faster in about 30 minutes. And no, I didn't just put the video on fast forward. But I'll put a link to this down below as well. Now, if you like level 1, level 2 is just $1. That's it, $1. And that's another whole 90-minute course. Level 2 is also free for paid members of any level, including supporters. So if you're a member, go watch level 2. It's free. Okay, want to get your question answered in a video just like this one? Visit my tech help page and send me your question there. Members get priority, of course. While I do try to read and respond to all of the comments posted below in the comments section, I only have time to go through them briefly a couple of times a month, and sometimes I get thousands of them. So send me your question here on the tech help page, and you'll have a better chance of getting it answered. And while you're on my website, be sure to stop by my Access forum. We've got lots of lively conversations about Microsoft Access and other topics. I have a fantastic group of moderators who help me answer questions. Shout out to Alex, Kevin, Scott, Adam, John, Dan, Juan, and everybody else who helps out on the site. I appreciate everything you do. I couldn't do it without you. Be sure to follow my blog, find me on Twitter, and of course on YouTube. Yeah, I'm on Facebook too, but I don't like Facebook. Don't get me started. Now, let's talk more about those member perks if you do decide to join as a paid member. There are different levels: silver, gold, platinum, and diamond. Silver members and up get access to all of my extended cut tech help videos, one free beginner class every month, and some other perks. Gold members get all the previous perks plus access to download the sample databases that I build in my tech help videos, plus access to my code vault where I keep tons of different functions that I use, the code that I build in most of the videos. You'll also get higher priority if you do submit any tech help questions. Now, answers are never guaranteed, but you do go higher in the list for me to read them. And if I like your question, you got a good chance of it being answered. You'll also get one free expert level class each month after you've finished the beginner series. Platinum members get all the previous perks plus even higher priority for tech help questions. You get access to all of my full beginner level courses for every subject. And I cover lots of different subjects like Word, Excel, VBA, ASP, lots of different stuff, not just Access. These are the full length courses found on my website. You get all the beginner ones. In addition, once you finish the expert classes, you get one free developer class per month. So lots of training. And finally, you can also become a Diamond sponsor. You'll have your name or your company name listed on a sponsors page that will be shown on each video as long as you're a sponsor. You'll get a shout out in the video and a link to your website or product in the text below the video and on my website. So that's it. Once again, my name is Richard Rost. Thank you for watching this video brought to you by accesslearningzone.com. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something today. Live long and prosper, my friends. I'll see you again soon.